And so finally God speaks to him and says, Paul, you don't get it about this limit in your life. And the Lord says to him, because of these surpassingly great revelations it was given to me from becoming conceited, this thorn in the flesh. God said, I gave this to you, Paul, to humble you, to keep you from arrogance, from pride. In fact, in the original text, it reads this literally. In order to keep me from being conceited, in order to keep me from being conceited, like twice for emphasis, it was given to me. God allowed this. He wasn't the author of it, but God allowed it in my life to free me from this thing of pride. Now, what pride is acting independently of God. Pride is your entitlement. You think you're more than you are. Humility is actually literally being pressed to the ground. It's being grounded. Humility strips us of pretenses that we're better than anybody in the whole world. You know, it just keeps us in a place of meekness, openness, and many of us, we're too high. We're not grounded. And God says, I allow limits in your life to ground you, to get you onto the ground. Now, Paul, if he didn't have these limits, now listen, whatever was going on with Paul, this thorn in the flesh, Paul was dangerous. The guy was so gifted and headstrong, so gifted, so brilliant, so amazing, that if he didn't have whatever this thorn in the flesh was, I'm scared to think of what he would have been. And he saw it, that God had to have allowed this to him or else he was actually dangerous. Well, friend, do you want to hear this? The same applies to us. That God knows we need it to keep us grounded and to teach us this thing called humility. That's what he says. It was given to me as a gift, and I received it finally as a gift, not something I hated. And then he realizes, he goes, God said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. I love that. Okay, my power is made perfect in weakness. So he said, you know what I'm saying? In your limits that make you weak, if you allow it, power is made perfect. What that means is power expresses itself in such a unique, full way in limits that can come out no other way. Paul doesn't know why God's power is made perfect in weakness. It was therefore I'm not only like not hiding this. I'm not only not like trying to walk in shame with this thing. I'm boasting all the gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. His Shekinah glory is actually literally what it says. That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, insults, hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. How many of us can say such a thing? Because I delight in limits. It's God's grace in disguise for me. For when I am weak, then his strength is manifest. No, God, let's not do it that way. We said, let's do it another way. Because this is painful. This cuts us down the size. This is like it's like a death.